until they fell down.
While most of us hunker down over the cold winter months, Ronnie and Sean have been out working in the heat of Southern California. Here, Ronnie tells us just what they're doing so far from home.
We are in Southern California, in Riverside, in Mark Hoddle's laboratory, and we are here to sample Glassy Winged Sharpshooter on New Zealand native plants. Glassy Winged Sharpshooter is an insect that feeds on various plant species in numerous plant families, and it transmits a bacterial disease which is devastating in the vineyards and wine industry. And we are here to sample it on New Zealand native plants because we suspect that it is likely to invade New Zealand at some stage. It is already present in several islands in the Pacific. And we would like to see how susceptible New Zealand plant species, especially trees and shrubs, woody species, are to feeding by the insect and to the disease. This is a poor looking Nio plant. It's being hammered by thrips, but it's also got a lot of the Glassy Winged Sharpshooter on it. So we've already been sampling for several days now, and on our day one here we already found the insect feeding on New Zealand Myoporum, on Nio, which was a bit of a scary finding. Since then we found it also on Puhutakawa, on Kauri, on Hebe, on Caprosma, and several other species. So we're trying to assess the risk to New Zealand plants, but also preempt the introduction of a biocontrol agent in the case that Glassy Winged Sharpshooter arrives, establishes, and spreads in New Zealand. We want to be prepared before it comes. And this environment here allows us to do all this preparation work because we have the New Zealand plant species, we have the pest, and we have the parasitoids. Several biocontrol agents, natural enemies, have been introduced to Southern California, but one parasitoid wasp has actually been stands out as a very successful biocontrol agent. And within the last 10 years, this has managed to reduce the population of Glassy Winged Sharpshooter by about 95%. So this is an egg parasitoid. It's a little parasitic wasp that lays its eggs singularly into each egg of the Glassy Winged Sharpshooter, and it is very effective and efficient in detecting the egg masses and parasitizing complete egg masses. So here we're looking at egg masses on New Zealand hosts. Here is the egg mass. So the insect slithers its ovipositor under the leaf and lays a batch of eggs under the epidermis and then covers it around with a layer of wax. It's called broshosomes, which likely deters the parasitoid. So here is an old egg mass on the underside of a pittosporum, and you can see it's a smaller egg mass than the one on the myoporum in this case. But the other thing that is important to note here is the holes, the emergence holes of the parasitoid. So this egg mass has been parasitoid completely. So botanic gardens in this area have been very cooperative in providing lists of the New Zealand species they have on their premises, and this has made our work very manageable. While visiting those gardens, we've also been accompanied by horticulturists and curators of living collections. Places we've visited include the San Diego Botanic Gardens and a large park in the San Diego area, and also several botanic gardens in the Los Angeles area, the Huntington Gardens and the LA Arboretum. It's been wonderful to work with the staff in these places. They've been very accommodating and have been showing us around the plant and have been really interested in showing us, helping us, and actually very positive about their collections being used in a way that is unusual for them.